Hey everybody, I'm back in front of the camera. I've done a lot of meal planning videos. I've done a lot of Costco hauls, grocery shopping, what we had for dinner videos. And I thought I'd get back in front of the camera and do a little bit of a talk. So today what I want to talk about, oops, sorry I had an itch, is the difference between being frugal and being cheap. So I would consider myself a pretty frugal person. I don't watch every single penny that I spend, but I do have a budget. I have a rough idea. I know exactly kind of what I want to spend every month in groceries. I know exactly what my household expenses are for the month, my mortgage, my hydro, my gas, my water. I know those expenses. And as I've said before, I also budget for sinking funds. So I have like a house maintenance fund, I have a Christmas fund, a birthday fund, which I put money into every month. The reason for this video is that I think there's a huge difference between somebody who's cheap and somebody who is frugal. My mother once told me something very interesting, and I don't think I'll ever forget it. God love her. My mother said cheap people are not just cheap with their money, they're cheap with their time, they're cheap with their emotions, they're cheap in their relationships. They're just cheap all the way around. And I do not want to spend my precious time, as Ty Lopez would say, and if you are on YouTube, I highly suggest you check out Ty Lopez, Tailopez. He does all kinds of great stuff, but back to the cheap and frugal. I think being frugal is just being smart with your money. It's planning, as Dave Ramsey would say, it's planning where your money should go as opposed to your money telling you where it should go. So I think the difference between somebody that is frugal and somebody is cheap is you can see a cheap person a million miles away. I mean, somebody that say is at the office and we're doing some kind of event or we're doing some kind of giveaway to charity. Cheap people don't give to others. They don't give anything to others, never mind just money. And those are the people that I am avoiding. As Ty Lopez says, there's some people in your life you should avoid, and I'm avoiding cheap people because I consider myself a person who likes to give my time and my energy where I feel I want to, and I save in terms of my money life with my husband. I'm frugal to the extent that I need to be. Now, on the other hand, if I feel like something I'm purchasing or a trip I'm planning is valuable and important, I'm not frugal at all. I definitely believe that there is definitely a time and a place to spend your money and to feel good about it, as long as you're spending cash. So I guess my point of this video is that, you know, when you're looking around your social circle and your work circle and the people that you choose to spend your time with, are you spending time with people who are cheap? Cheap with their emotions, cheap with everything? I consider myself a person who would give the shirt off my back to somebody, and if I feel it's valuable or I want to, I will spend the money. I just don't want to waste the money. And the same thing can be said for my time and energy with people. I want to spend my time and energy with those that are kind and generous with their heart and are fun to be around. So just next time you're thinking about being cheap or frugal or someone calls you cheap, maybe you want to just address that issue and say to them, not really cheap because I know exactly where I want to spend my money and my time. Frugal, you are. So anyways, just a little thought. Are you frugal or are you cheap? And maybe you should think about how other people potentially call you cheap or frugal, and being frugal is not a bad thing. Frugal people generally have more money than anybody who's cheap. So anyways, take care. Bye for now. As always, love you. Wow, I gotta get my hair done. See ya.